Hello, this is Presinota, and for my 15112 programming term project, I decided to create a distributed computing framework whereby you can distribute the load of a Monte Carlo function between two network computers. So I'm running this program off my desktop right now so you can get an idea of what's going on. The program is not in my home directory right now, so it's asking me to specify the actual location of the program. So I'm going to go ahead and do that and say that it is on my desktop. And my program is actually a 3-file system, but the other 2 files, the calibration and the operational function files, were not found on the desktop, so my program literally just recreated them using the default source codes. So I'm specifying this computer as the server. And what I'm going to do is establish the same program on the second computer, but this time instead of designating it as a server, I will designate it as the client. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, running it off the desktop again, so I just specify the location. The 2 supplementary files are recreated, and now I can just go ahead and say that this is the client, and I'll type in the name of the server and click OK to connect. So once the connection has been established, I can enter in the number of iterations I want to use on the Monte Carlo function. So I'm going to do 1 million right now. And there's your answer. It's about 0.39, running at 1.4 seconds runtime. But how does that runtime compare to a non-distributed system? So I just enable comparison, which basically first runs those iterations using the distributed system and then without, and shows the difference. The difference was about 22% reduced runtime, which, considering that this was only a 1 million iterations, is a notable benefit. It can get even better at higher iterations. But say that I don't want to use the default function to operate on. Suppose I wanted to do something like find pi Monte Carlo function. I can literally just copy and paste that function into the function file, and the only real change I need to make is rename the primary function main function. Then I can just save it, and without even having to restart the program altogether, I can just reconnect, and the server will send the new function file over to the client, which will then override its function file so that it will now also have the pi source code. So now that we're connected, I can enter in 1 million iterations, but instead of getting a result like 0.38, that was the previous function, I now get pi 3.14 with a 20% reduction in its runtime. And again, at higher iterations, the efficiency can get even higher. But that's my term project. Thank you very much, and I hope you enjoyed it.